Get hyped, guys. It's time for one of the most important matches of Group A. Hell, of the whole group stage. I'm LD, and he's Luminous, and it's time for Navi versus Dignitas.
Did you have a wardrobe change?
I did.
Notice.
I decided there was a distinct lack of kappa on this stream. I've just run stream chat for the next 30 minutes, and I feel fantastic about it.
Thank you, LD.
With that being said, the draft just now started, so we'll quickly introduce the teams, and then we'll hop inside the draft. In one corner, you've got America. You've got the Canadian North American squad, or North American mix, I should say. Curtis Ling, AUI 2000, one position player. We've seen an awful lot of Lifestealer from him lately. Maybe we should switch one of these out. Two position player. We'll continue introducing him now. You've got Snake King solo mid. We've seen a lot of solo mid alk from him.
Hashtag Snake King.
As of late.
The king.
The king, the return of the king. The new ROTK. An ROTK for America. Snake King, your two position. Universe, to me the best player on this team. The most versatile, the most stable. Offlaner, Darkseer, fantastic player. And now way too sexy. I think Blitz has a special spot in his heart for him. Great support player. We saw some just sick, nasty play on his Bane in that game number 2 against Zenith. Actually, I believe it was game number 1. And last but not least, you've got Fong, the other support player. These two have really stepped their game up in the International so far.
Mm-hmm. Well, on the other side, they're going to be playing the other Team America.
It's our man. It's our buddy.
Yeah, Havos.
Havos.
I mean, if you have to rate him from 1 to a scale of 5, how's he performing so far? I'd say about 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on. 4.2.
4 is good. All right.
3.22. No.
Then it's gonna be our solo mid. We have not seen that punch being busted out yet.
By the way, I do want to say on a serious note, the reports are in that I've been getting a lot of tweets from people who are still upset about the 4 on the hexagons, who have been saying that Havost is kicking ass.
Do you have a
So
FU for them too?
No, I don't have an FU for them. I just want to say that's great. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Dendy, 2 position, solo mid. He's Dendy.
Okay. Where's that punch at, by the way?
Fun. I don't think has he played it yet?
No,
I don't think so.
No.
We've only cast 2 Navi series, so we're not really sure. Funnick, 3 position. He's really been consistent and stable.
Mm-hmm.
And he had to make an adjustment when he joined this team. But this guy's got some hair. He had some hair. He's lost it now. We're moving along. Yeah, here we go.
This Kawadota.
Kawadota's had a long
Disband.
day. Disbanding live on stream. Puppy, he shaved his head. He's got a serious face on, and so too Denavi. They started off 2-0, and as far as I know, they've won 8 in a row. They're coming in very hot. And last but not least, you've got Kuroki, the German player on this team. Very talented support player. Navi looking scary. And on that note, we can look at the groups very quickly, and then we'll hop inside the draft. Just so you guys know the context for this match. Both of these teams are right at the top of Group A. Any of these top 4 teams could still win the group depending on the other results. So nobody from them is mathematically eliminated from finishing first yet. Dignitas, Navi have close to the inside track. Dignitas will be looking for a clean 2-0 sweep here. If they can do that, then they'll actually be ahead of Navi.
Yeah, I mean, for Navi, generally we expect them to basically end in the top 4. I think they might even be tougher no matter what happens. Unless some crazy turn of event happens. You know, Navi is going to be in top 4. But for Team Dignitas, if they lose this best of 2 against Navi, so they drop down to 7-5.
Yeah.
And then they lose their next best of 2, they drop down to 7-7. And the next best of 2 is actually coming against Fnatic EU.
And by the way, Alliance is 10-0 now, but we can hop inside the draft. The draft is well underway. We can talk more about what this means for the groups now.
Sure.
It's Navi versus Dignitas. It's game 1, best of 2. The last time these teams met, Lumi, if I recall correctly, Dignitas actually 2-0'd them.
Yep.
On LAN at DreamHack Summer. Do they have what it takes to do it again?
I think they do. I think Dignitas, according to the AEI 2000 interview, they say the beating Navi on LAN was one of the biggest accomplishment. So they were very proud of that win, and they're going to try to replicate it.
On that note, the draft is well underway, so we'll dive into it and we'll examine how the teams have been picking. Navi looks like they had the first pick for this draft. They banned out the Darkseer, the Weaver, and Dignitas banning out the Batrider, the Wisp. Standard bans. Lifestealer first pick from Navi. The quick response from Dignitas was a Visage and a Prophet, sticking to sort of what they're comfortable with that Prophet pick. Then Navi, they take a Dendi OD. So then the second stage, we see the Razor ban, one of the better heroes to deal with OD mid. He's been on the rise in that regard lately. Enchantress banned out as well. A strong ganker in the early to mid game, and then Dignitas responding with a Chen ban and a Rubik ban, and it now leaves us with the second stage of the picks about to unfold.
Yeah, I kind of like OD here against Team Dignitas. Snake King's one of those players that like to play as aggressive as possible, and OD does very well in terms of taking you kind of out of your comfort zone. He passively beat you, slowly beats you, denies. He won't kill you really in lane, but you're not going to be killing anybody else either. So
sorry guys, apparently the audio's a little quiet. We'll try boosting it up. Hopefully that fixes it. Are you hearing it now? We haven't changed anything, Kawa. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I could turn it all the way up. No. Do we want to try that? No. No? Okay. Sorry, guys. You were saying?
What? I forgot.
Don't be mad at me because we're having audio issues. Are you that petulant?
Yeah. No. OD is actually really good against Team Dignitas. Snake King's one of those very aggressive players, but I feel like OD is one of those heroes that would take you out of comfort zone. He just like denies against you. You're not gonna make the big dives. You're not gonna kill him a couple of times in lane. So I guess Team Dignitas have selected Alchemist for Snake King mid, and really I think Snake King is gonna have a tough time against OD.
And now with that being said, it's an Alchemist pick from Dignitas, so they go for more of a dual core lineup. Na'Vi are very single target heavy right now, Lifestealer and Bane especially. So you get multiple heroes that can do something with farm. Bane can only grip one of them, and we'll have to see how things pan out. Now a Naga from Dignitas. Great hero to deal with the Lifestealer, good control if you ever need to disengage, and if he does rage and you sleep, you can net him and focus him. So all these picks on paper make sense. Nothing too unusual so far.
I mean, I guess perhaps the only unusual thing about it is Naga Siren being played by Team Dignitas. They don't usually play the support Naga. They play a carry.
Do you think this is a good game for a carry Naga?
I think so, because Fiend's Grip is one of those ways to lock down one of your cores, and Naga Siren, no matter where she is on the battle, she could just sleep, and suddenly you reset the battle, and they don't have Fiend's Grip. So it depends, though. If Naga Siren is being played as a carry, then I think Bane Elemental would look towards of gripping Naga. Because so far there's not any other kind of real legit
One issue with that, Naga, if she gets a lot of farm, generally you want the illusions to do something later on. And against OD, unlikely they will.
That is an issue there as well. So obviously Naga Siren not a BKB carry, and BKB does quite well against OD. I think Nature's Prophet, Alchemist, and if they're playing Naga simply as a support, their last carry pick should also be a BKB carry.
Okay, I agree with you there. Now for Na'Vi, or rather for Dignitas, we kind of know how they're going to lane this, right? Because we've seen them play a lot today. So Universe offlane Prophet, Alchemist solo mid for Snake King, and then some sort of Triune Visage Naga +1. That's what they've been showing us.
Right.
Do they maybe throw Na'Vi a curveball and make it look like that, but then do something different? I don't know. A safe lane Prophet, an aggressive tri-lane. They still don't have anyone good lane against OD mid. That's kind of my other issue with this.
Well, I think Alchemist is going to have a tough time. They're going to sacrifice Snake King in a sense, but don't be surprised if Team Dignitas goes offensive tri-lane with Visage and Naga Siren as cores, or part of that tri-lane, I mean, because they're already very good. They've been running Vengeful Spirit on AUI. They've been running Lestrak on AUI. These are good kind of offensive tri-lane heroes. You just open up with one of the stuns and you just follow through with a ton of nukes. Generally, against a Lifestealer that can be somewhat dangerous, but at the same time, you could ensnare him and just lay on the right clicks.
So, like you pointed out, I think BKBs are really important for Dignitas this game. There's a lot of stuff you do want to block. The Bane Sleep, the OD auto, the nukes being the main thing. Even things like open wounds are important. But they're still always enfeeble, and they're still always Lifestealer. So BKBs are not a total solution to the way this game will develop. They now ban out a Clockwork, Dignitas do. Has Na'Vi even picked Clockwork this event?
Who even plays Clock? I guess
Bulba has played it for Liquid. We saw
for Na'Vi.
We saw for Fnatic there was an amazing Clock. I'm sure Funnick would be the one to play it.
Right, but like I've never seen him play the Clock.
Yeah,
so.
Interesting. I mean, if you ban Clockwork, like what's the reasoning behind getting rid of that here? Let's say they assume Na'Vi will play it. I mean, he's a good disruptive hero in teamfights. He's pretty good.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Forget the analysis.
I mean, you still have to say where the hell does he go? Because against OD mid, he gets owned. So I guess our tri-lane's gonna be Visage, Alchemist, Naga Siren.
But that still doesn't explain where Zeus is going. Where's the Seer going?
I don't know. Is this support Zeus?
All I know is I've been told that you can't run from heaven.
You cannot.
You can't run from heaven.
Although with BKB you can.
It's the global strat. Yeah. So now if Na'Vi gets BKBs, it's up to this Alch and this Prophet to get pretty fast.
You know, I kind of like this draft coming out here as we have Bounty Hunter. That's Funnick's kind of go-to hero. Navi Dandy is going to force you to get BKB. We talked about the importance of BKB on Team Dignitas, but Black Hole is a spell that will go through BKB. That's something that they have to worry about as well. And Way Too Sexy is going to be our Zeus player, so a support Zeus.
Support Zeus. Okay, we're going to have to analyze this. I'll give you a few seconds to think about it while I introduce the teams. Dignitas, Team America on the Radiant side, Fog Dota as your support Visage, Snake King on the Alk, rushing the bottle and really rushing it. 500 gold banked, AUI 2000 on your Naga, Dust already picked up to try and deal with that Funnick Bounty Hunter. Way Too Sexy. This might be the first time we've ever seen it on what looks to be a support Zeus. That leaves Universe as your offlane prophet, one of his best heroes. And now for Na'Vi, you've got Havost, the beast from the east on the Lifestealer. Kuroki, the Bane. Dendi going to be handling that solo mid OD. Funnick, the offlane bounty hunter. Puppy on the jungle Enigma. Okay, Lumi, time's up. Support Zeus.
So the first time I saw support Zeus was like 4 or 5 years ago. If you remember the player Miracle, one of my favorite support players over Europe, he handled it. I forgot for which team, but the particular reason you want to have support Zeus is a support that gives you so much burst damage that could come off from a global. Now, obviously, I'm just naming the ability that he does, but synergistically for this particular team, it helps you set in your Wrath of Nature. It really helps you to set your soul assumptions, and more importantly, it just gives you, because of cooldown improved recently, he can be a support that is such a scary support all over the map. I do believe that Na'Vi did play Zeus as a solo mid a couple of games back against Kai P. And they had it as a solo mid, and it did a lot of work there. I'm surprised, actually, though, that he did start with Arc Lightning, because Lightning Bolt does reveal invisible heroes, and you are dealing against Bounty Hunter.
They already have Dust.
Okay.
You probably don't want to be randomly Lightning Bolting creeps in the lane, just on the hope that the Bounty Hunter's there. And Chain Lightning's a lot more cost-effective at level 1 as a noob.
I think he's actually jungling with it, because if
But hold that thought, because they're making it go mid right now. And Snake King not going to go down, but with illusions, or rather conversions, as well as 2 heroes, he's taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's actually thinking about farming with it. Unfortunately for him, that we do have Havost just blocking camps. He just actually wind walking to block the camp, and then run back to block more camp.
Yeah, I do this. I actually do this in my pubs. Just, you can even stand on the map.
And this is what happens. Like, Fog Dota says, what's going on?
It's like, but Funnick's being very smart about it, because he's not just sitting near the camp, right? Like, a lesser player would be in the area.
Yep.
He runs all the way back.
He's done.
Now, he stands at the magic bush. He blocks 2 camps again. This is really clever play from Funnick.
I mean, the result of that is that Fog's not getting any farm. Your support Zeus is not getting any levels, which he needs desperately.
And here's the thing. It's a support Zeus, and it's a support Visage. They can't kill him without the Naga. And if he's all the way over here, if they want to go find him, they're missing wave after wave of experience, and they might not even.
Yeah.
This is really clever by Funnick.
I mean,
and it's one of the reasons why we don't see Zeus as support, is he can't really go punish this.
I mean, just he's a hero that requires so much experience. At least you need him up to level 7, right? And as support, that's already very difficult to do. So he's not a good ganker by any means, because he doesn't actually have any stuns. So I don't know what they're going to do for this.
So for the rest of Na'Vi, we've got a jungle Puppy. He's getting free farm, not being contested. The mid lane, OD should win this lane. They're getting free farm on Havost. Lifestealer already 8-2. And what is the trade for Dignitas?
Look at this. Oh, they see him. How?
What are they going to do? Again, what are they going to do?
Well, I mean, now they would know they could put a sentry here, and that would stop, right?
Now they know they can spend another 100 gold to see him. But they can't kill him, dude. Not with these 2 heroes.
I mean, they need to get their block. Dignitas is not getting any trade, because Nature's Prophet is not really doing too good of a job of getting any EXP. Their supports are not getting anything. And now look at Bounty Hunter. He's just being so annoying. Meanwhile, you're saying, well, shouldn't we worry about Funnick because he's not getting too much EXP? That's okay, because guess what? Puppy is just rising away in the jungle. He's getting a ton of experience.
And the thing is, Funnick, he blocked 3 spawns, right? The 30-second spawn, then, I don't know, I keep on circling the camp. I'm just so excited by this amazing Bounty Hunter play. The minute spawn and then the 2-minute spawn, and now it's going to be a spawn every minute. So he says, okay, I've done my job. Zeus, support Zeus, not going to have a fast level 6. Neither is the Visage. Now I can go pull. I can start to get some levels, and he'll hide in, well, maybe too safe of a spot.
All right, there you go.
Okay, but he'll get out now. So he's really slowed 2 heroes down for the price of 1. And we all know Bounty Hunter just needs his level 6. It's not a hero that requires a lot of farm. So I think that's really efficient from him. But elsewhere on the map, if you're Dignitas, are they getting something back? Is there a trade that you're seeing that's nearly good enough?
They're not getting anything back. Snake King is just getting owned on the mid lane here, as you expect on a huge disadvantage matchup. Top lane, Nature's Prophet is doing what he can. He's actually level 3, because Puppy is jungling, so Bane is having a little bit of a tough time just keeping himself out, but for what he's getting back is not nearly as what they're losing on the ball.
Because the thing is, he is shutting down KuroKy a little bit with messing up some of these pulls, pulling the wave back himself. But, like you said, there's a jungle Enigma. So Puppey still farms freely in the jungle. Only one hero is affected, and thus only the damage is pretty slight overall.
Yep.
Now Wei 2 gets to pull. He'll get closer to level 3. Funnick comes in, and the sentry dies right at this moment. So now it's a sentry wasted that did nothing.
Yeah, I'm also surprised that he did not select Lightning Bolt as his second spell. Sure, this is a complete standard build if you're going for more of a solo mid-Zeus, but I imagine you just want to have as much burst damage as possible as a support hero. But Way Too Sexy is getting like a stack pull after a stack pull after a stack pull. He's actually doing okay. But
he's starting to catch up, but he can just really be bullied here by Funnick, who
Yeah.
can just go on him, and if he wants to just keep on hitting him, they'll need to send 2 heroes to deal with this aggression. While that's happening, though, it's a big dive on Universe top lane. The sleep from KuroKy, well-timed, and now he's low. Now he's dead. First blood to Na'Vi. Great patience on the sleep. Good right-clicking from Havos, and an easy kill.
yeah, very nicely done. Way Too Sexy, though, still trying to get the pull going on. One thing that they are stopping, or quote-unquote stopping, is that Funnick is... look at these juke spots. Like, all right, styles back up. Gonna pull a creep wave.
How many hours do you think Funnick has spent just
Practicing this?
tooling around in this area of the map?
I mean,
Too many.
too many hours.
It stunted his growth. That's why he's a hobbit. That's
Wow.
what Dendy told me.
Okay, that's fair enough. But
Dendy did not tell me that.
they are definitely slowing down Dignitas. Way Too Sexy, slowing down Fogged. Very much so.
So they take a tier 1 top, and normally when you see one team pushing their safe lane, you look to see if the enemy team's getting a trade. And once again, gotta say they're not.
Yeah.
They are farming a Naga, but what can Naga actually do compared to what a Lifestealer can do? She's a good utility hero, but she's really not the best carry.
I mean, look at her go right now. She's got 1900. She's not going for boot. She's not going for Midas.
It's gonna be a Radiant.
It's just a straight up naked Radiance rush, which
AUI is known for this. Like he actually did this previously, and he tried to contest Loda's PL, a free farm PL, and that game did not go well. Will he have better luck this time?
I mean, there is no PL this game, right? And to be honest, sure that you have OD that could one-shot these illusions. Well, OD as a hero, you cannot go to every neutral camp. You cannot go to every lane to contest those illusions. So eventually, we're going to see Naga Siren being extremely, extremely farmed. And as a byproduct of that, it's very hard to push against this team because those illusions are going everywhere.
So now 6 minutes in, I just pretend I didn't show you that.
What happened?
The gold grab is 4,000 gold.
What in the actual hell?
1 kill, 1 tower, and they're up by 4k gold, 2.5k experience. I mean, it's no surprise, right? Because OD is crushing mid as you would expect. You're trading equally with Lifestealer Naga. You're running Jungle Enigma. Your Bounty Hunter has completely shut down 2 supports, or mostly. Bane's still getting good pulls off. Bounty Hunter's now even getting levels. They're winning every single lane in terms of trades. Maybe not kills, but trades for sure.
I mean, Dendy's got more denies than, like, aside from AUI, the next 4 members of the actual assets.
And now they're going in mid. Dendy does have his ultimate. There's a Janata slow to start, but they will back up.
Just harass, that's good. But, like, Way Too is just, or not Way Too, Snake King is not the king in the mid lane.
Now remember, if you're Dignitas, you have a pretty strong mid game. You have Prophet Ultimate, you've got Zeus Ult, which is going to come out in the next few minutes, and you have potentially, well, actually no, because I was going to save Shadowblade Alk, but
No.
Snake King's not farming a Shadowblade anytime soon.
Forget Shadowblade, he just wants upgraded boots.
And that's actually a problem for me, because you look at their team and who actually just goes around and sets up kills. Naga with her song, that's not a very spammable way to do
I
it.
mean, you just see somebody open on the map, you send your Alchemist perhaps, and then Universe as well as Zeus just jumps in with the global ability. So, it's not a very reliable way of doing it, but they are going to find some kills.
Meanwhile, Funnick wrapping around, maybe looking for a courier snipe or a backstab at the tower. Not going to find a thing yet, but he's still managed to hit level 3, which it's starting to fall a bit behind, but he just wants to keep this pressure up, set up a kill for Dendy. And now he might make a move mid. No, he'll continue to rotate through the jungle. And for the time being, both teams are content to farm, but I think Na'Vi, obviously they'll be happy because they know they're getting more off the map.
Yeah, both teams is actually farming for very different things. Dignitas are farming for a very late game Radiance build, and we do see the courier coming mid, and that courier, oh, not dead yet because it's only level 1. Where's the burst of the speed? Yes, it gets him out of there, saving Private.
The Bald Eagle's flying high tonight, but it might get picked off on the retreat out. Funnick comes back in for another pass. It might not look like a Bald Eagle, but it is, in spirit.
In spirit is. Well, yeah, Na'Vi right now, they're farming for nothing but kind of mid to early game items. That's why you pick a Lifestealer. That's why you pick things like Bounty Hunter. These are your mid-game powerhouses. And of course, Dendy looking for things like, I guess, Force Staff, mechs. Although the mech most likely is going to come from Enigma. Once they get these key items up, they are going to start wrecking havocs all over the battlefield.
And Puppy already has Arcanes and 1,000 gold. So if he wants a Blink or a mech, he can have either one of those in approximately like the next 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 4 at most. And once they get those, they'll have... Dendy still hasn't spent any of his gold, aside from the basics, so we'll see if he goes more of that carry build. But, I mean, Havost has phase drums. This is where Lifestealer can fight if he wants. He's level 8, max rage, and open wounds coming very soon. Na'Vi are just about ready to unleash the whirlwind on Dignitas. And
although Zeus is one creep camp away.
Yeah.
I think perhaps Way2 has, or Fogged has blocked it by walking past, or somebody blocked it.
Dignitas have a really cute kind of pick-off potential, but it does have a decent cooldown to it. Prophet ult, Zeus ult, that's like a good minute. I think Na'Vi can just fight constantly if they want.
Right, but there's where Dignitas' ability to dodge ganks comes in, right? They're so good at just not fighting when they don't need to fight. I've said that many times when I cast this team, and well, we'll see. It's going to be put to the test because Dignitas is going to be feeling pressure from Na'Vi very soon.
AUI 2000, he is getting closer and closer. No. All right, he's gone Tread's drum, so not.
Here it comes.
And here comes your Lifestealer bomb. Funnick, only level 3, but he'll unload on Way Too Sexy. Havo says it's time to fight. There's a net. He song, but he didn't net, and in the end, well, Way Too Sexy's going to go down. Now a stun channel by Staking. They'll unload on Havost here. He's already used his ultimate. No easy escape for him except that defensive sleep from Kuroki, buying him time. Fogged in. 2 down already. Maybe more to follow. Funnick trap, but a black hole from Puppy instantly canceled. Beautiful stun by the King. Now a long-range net. They're looking to make it 2 for 2. Zeus is going to be back, but he already used his ult. They need a few more clicks. They can't finish him off. Havost back into the fight. He's looking for round number 2, and Dendy says, I'll take that one. Thank you very much. Now, well, it's now a 3 for 2. Na'Vi picking up an additional kill here, and Dignitas still fighting. It's not over yet. Hang on to your hats. Dendy hasted up, running away. Havost retreating out, using the rage to escape, and in the end, score is now 4 to 2.
Yeah, I mean, they traded basically 3 to 1?
3 to 2, because it was 1-0 before that fight.
Okay, so not too bad, but it was just really miscommunication. AEI slept to save Zeus, but Zeus also dropped his ultimate at the exact same time, so those ultimate did not hit the people they needed to hit on the bot lane. It worked out fine eventually. They did win a fight, and now they're transitioning to tower push. They're not losing out on the mid tower. They're definitely not losing out on the top tier 2, so overall, a decent fight for Team Dignitas.
Yeah, it's pretty decent, and the nice thing is Black Hole's on cooldown and the Bounty and the OD ult, and they know Bounty Hunter's not level 6. So it's a good time to force things a bit before track comes online. But that being said, Bounty Hunter getting closer and closer. Funnick should have it soon, and the push will continue. Snake Cane whacking on the tower. If he can get this, we'll have that first piece of the Shadow Blade fairly quickly. Are they going to look to jump? They get a quick stun on Havost. Now they'll follow up with a Riptide, but he infests, dodges it, turns it around, gets netted up, but there's a grip on Universe. Nothing to stop it. Universe cannot run from this ghoul. Havost finds one. Havost just a magician so far. Now AUI driven back. Man, he just played them hard.
Yeah, missing that lightning bolt on Havost just allowing him to infest back to actually gain HP. That was a big deal. They should have enough burst damage to get all these kills basically for free, but they just can't find it because Havost is just juking hard. Dendy applying pressure by even using that buckler on the mid lane. Way2 trying his best to defend it, but he's got to get far away from OD.
Okay, so Dendy's rushing mech, which is your standard OD build. You could see Enigma go for it, but
he's going pipe.
Looks like Puppy might be rushing pipe.
He's so smart.
If they go pipe mech against Zeus and Prophet, what do these heroes actually do?
I mean, you just pick the 2 heroes for those 2 globals, and Puppy just, I mean, that's why he's a captain. He, probably known as the best captain, the smartest captain in the world. And it's for decisions like those.
Yeah, with those items, this makes Zeus essentially useless in team fights. Has no lockdown. You pick him entirely for his damage and his kill potential. And with Pipe and Mech, well, he's not going to do much. And now they have 2 supports who don't offer you anything against Lifestealer. There's no lockdown for him. There's no Fiend's Grip. There's no Enfeeble. There's no Shadow Demon Disruption or Purge. They have Lightning Bolt, which will soon be useless thanks to the Pipe. And already the mech's in. And now they're going on Fog. Funnick's here. He finally has track and he wants a kill. But Grave Chill might get him back to a safe position. Song's there from AUI. He's got Dust. There's still no Black Hole, ready to rock and roll. Here we go. In comes your Prophet TP. Dust thrown out. They'll try and focus on Funnick, but he's juked into the trees. There's your Zeus Hole. You can't run from heaven. Now a net on Havost. He tries to TP out immediately. No way to stop this after the net. He will escape out, but Puppy from the backside, dropping low. Sleep from Kuroki buys him time and space, but not enough. He'll fall. 2 down now. OD not with them. Dendy's pushing mid while this is happening, but they may get another kill on Kuroki. He's got to sleep. Will he time it right? Nope. He gets blown up, so it's a 3-0.
Not bad here. Not bad at all here for Team Dignitas. A Song of Siren really set things up. Instead of your supports running away from a bounty hunter, you're turning right back, and when you can isolate heroes one by one, Zeus just makes short work of them.
So it's now 5-5, 13 minutes in, and it's still, I mean, it is still an 8K gold lead.
Dendi, though, got a tower kill in the mid lane, so good job by him, kind of pressuring.
Let's remember they were fighting not only without OD, a huge damage dealer for their team, but also without their mech, which he carries.
Yep, so perhaps it was a poor fight that Na'Vi chased all the way past tier 1, in fact, to the tier 2 tower over here, and definitely got punished for it. Although I'm not even sure how much does that matter once the pipe gets up on Puppey. I guess goodness for Dignitas is that they're very far away, and Puppey is, he's not gonna get too much farm at this point on.
Yeah, they're still farming decently. Universe is gonna have a Midas soon, and they do have some late game to speak of. Ultimately, Alk, with the right kind of farm, can go toe to toe with the Lifestealer, but it just feels like he's so far behind. I don't know if Snake Hand can actually catch up. 2.6k net worth to the 6.2 of a Lifestealer. I mean,
yeah,
even getting a Shadow Blade is an ambitious thing for him at this
also,
point.
AUI has kind of gone back on his Sacred Relic build and is now going Radiant.
Yeah, he went Treads and Drums a couple of minutes ago, and I guess he's going for Diffusal now.
Yeah, I think it's starting at the game, he thought he was going to go Radiance, and then he just reacted to it. Meanwhile, by the way, Roshan's happening with 6 Eidolons. You definitely could do this with Enigma, although he missed a conversion by reconverting on one of his dudes. So I'm not sure whether they get this.
They should still be able to get it. The OD Orb really hurts Roche, but they might take some additional damage. Remember, there is still a mech available. And while this is happening, Dignitas are sieging mid, but Na'Vi can do this because there's no Song. Song's on cooldown, easy to find that, Roche.
Way too sexy, just have to TP
and
out.
Look at Havost, he's making them all rotate to try and fight him, so Roche is now secure.
There is a Roshan, and suddenly jukes up, but Naga's
Really smart
TPing,
by
and they
Havost.
are going to go right on Havost. Havost does have TP.
But they've got a net. If he throws it now, he's just going to rage TP, and that's exactly what he does.
Yep. Smart play from Havost.
I mean, that was super smart from Havost. Not just that small play, but
baiting
showing
the entire
himself
team.
mid. Yeah, he says, Dignitas, come follow me. Come kill the Lifestealer. And then Na'Vi says, thanks
just
for the rush.
let the entire team by their nose. And now suddenly you're down 1 Aegis, basically for free. They're basically going to trade tier 1 towers, although with the very low HP tower, maybe Na'Vi could even defend it at all. We'll see.
Thing is, if you're Dignitas, you might as well push this tier 1. Generally, as the Radiant, you don't want to do it unless you know this, which is that Aegis is down. Because if Aegis is up, then Na'Vi could just take it. They already have, so why not?
I mean, it is an issue, though. Now with Aegis ending up on, let's see, is it OD? Yeah. I mean, OD does so much damage, and he has a mech that you want to actually burst him down at the beginning of the team fight. And now we're going to see a 5-man TB perhaps coming out from Dignitas, or are they double trading?
Can they actually go for a tier 2 here? Because Navi's just going to take this first. And if they don't back, Navi's going to threaten their high ground, threaten the tier 3. There's no glyph for Dignitas. Meanwhile, there is a glyph for Na'Vi, so I don't think so. Now the track on the Funnick. Here comes your TP reaction. Song's there. It's going to catch 4, but is there any follow-up to make this fight work? They catch them all. Now they throw out the illusions from AUI, but where's the follow-up? What's planned after this? They grip AUI. He's on an island. They're focusing Denny, who's got the Aegis anyway. Mech's there. Black Hole's there as well. Say hello to my little friend, Mr. OD. They're going to take down 3. It's a rout. It's a riot, and now Wave 2. He'll be casualty number 4. Will the Alchemist at least get out? I don't even think so. See him dropping fast. It's a team wipe for Na'Vi. And Dignitas, they had no plan with that song.
They had a plan, but the plan was not having AI running past like 4 members and not focusing the people behind him. I think the best focus was probably Puppey or maybe Funnick and bring him down quickly and then get a clean kill, get back out. That was not what happened. They ran past, and now they don't have any of their ultimates trying to defend their tier 3. We might see a Rax 18 minutes in. Of course, Dendi still has their Aegis, still has the mech available.
Dignitas 7-3 in Group A. They surprised a lot of people with a good start, but they're up against a brick wall thus far. Na'Vi are not giving any quarter. They're pushing the bottom lane. 5 heroes clumped up. The pipe is about to be delivered, I imagine. He's got everything he needs except the recipe. They're not even going to bother to wait for it. And now that Son's on cooldown, if they want to force this fight, they still have Aegis. I don't know if they finished the game now, but Na'Vi says, we have a lead, we're just going to try and end. It really reminds you of the Na'Vi heading into TI1, where they would just win games in 20 minutes.
Yeah, they were a lot better than a lot of teams, and sometimes they see the lead like that and just go for the win, although Dignitas will regroup and will defend. But look at the goal graph. It is just a 12,000 goal lead, 18 minutes in. Of course, when you get 5-man team wipe and there's a bounty hunter, game gets a little bit hard, and
Yeah.
when
Not a hard problem to figure out how it happened.
right, and now Havos just finds a random kill up top. Does he have a bash or something? No, he just straight up went up there and killed Prophet.
Yeah, I guess he TP'd in and just
Well,
didn't have a teleport scroll to get him.
Now he has the bash.
Now he's got a basher. Now he can just do it whenever he
I mean,
wants.
the other small thing to talk about is the fact that you are running a kind of a global AoE magical damage kind of lineup, and when they just get 3 levels by killing everybody, your nukes gets, you know, effectively weaker.
Yeah, this kind of lineup is all about being ahead and
Yeah.
staying ahead. And they were never ahead because Funnick did such a masterful job
They had a
as
good
Bounty
team
Hunter.
fight that even a game at 5-5. And then
But they were
haven't
still way behind. After
Yeah.
that fight, they were down 5k gold and 4k experience. They just kept it even.
Yeah.
It didn't actually bring them back.
I mean, I think Funnick, that first 3 minutes of jungle blocking has actually won them the game.
That, as well as the fact that they had Enigma. Like, that combination, because not only are they slowing the enemy team down, but they're getting more than them. Now Universe being hunted. Funnick already have Vlad's up. He won't commit to this one. There is a rotation from Snake King, but there's not much the King can do here. In fact, there's a Fiend's Grip available.
Uh-oh.
They're all streaming in.
AUI?
AUI's lurking in the trees. He's got a nettle. Throw it on Kuroki now. Now a Snake King stun from long range. Can they finish him off in time? He has Brain Snap. Can't get it off. They do get a kill there, but while that's happening, Pavos, he'll just push top.
Here comes Dendy as well. He's got the Aegis.
They're going to fight. They're going to fight. Track, and now the song. Deployed at a pretty good time. Can they TP out? Will they look to fight? They're going to turn this on Dendy. He's got Mech and Force. It's not an easy kill by any means. Forced away. He's going to escape out now. Funnick held in position. Trying to TP out. Zeus ult is there. Does bring him down.
Snaking stunned himself. The huge ultimate being dropped on Wage. He's got to run. He's barely survived with 20 HP, and now they will turn on Dendy. Dendy's dropping low. He will drop his Aegis. Anybody coming in, you can see Havos trying to Rax top. I don't think he'll get it in time here. They're going to try to focus on Dendy's self. Astro. Snaking's going to get the sun off, right?
It's going to be close. He launches it at the last possible second. Now Dendy gets netted up, bolted down, and Puppy's on the run. Do they have that one extra stun? Nothing there. But like you said, Havost is pushing the top lane. Still, Na'Vi fought without the pipe, fought without Havost, and
they might even get a tier 3 tower out of this. Look at
maybe
this.
just feeling overconfident here. They're going to lose a tier 3.
Yeah.
There is a glyph available on the Radiant. They
Rage
choose
TP.
not to use it.
Rage TP. Yeah.
They have no solution for HTP.
Nope.
This is actually absurd.
I mean, the only solution is...
Is to right-click him until you can kill him and then net him when he TPs.
Well, I was going to say Psalm, but obviously it does not go through Rage, so never mind.
Yeah. Basher. If Snake King can ever farm one.
I mean...
He's got 1 point Greevil's Greed. He's working towards what looks to be a BKB. My problem is I feel like he's got to be fat for them to win this game. If they had a really farmed Alk, I think they could scare Na'Vi a bit.
I mean...
as you pointed out, the BKB Alk is pretty much immune to OD.
But at the same time, we saw Snaking having 10 CS 6 minutes mid. Like, against OD, he just got destroyed. His mid game is okay. He's 1-1 and 5. That's actually pretty good recovery, but... even once you get the BKB, Lifeslayer will have Basher and perhaps even Abyssal, the way that Havos is going.
He's good. Yeah, if he wants an Abyssal.
Yeah, he has Abyssal. Who cares about
okay.
BKB?
If he finds anyone, that hero's dead in like 2 hits.
I mean, this game, it just feels like now Havos is...
I mean, this is like totally fine by Havos, because what are they actually going to do? They have no damage to go through this BKB, none whatsoever, just walks right in, cleans up one, he wants some more, and it's Snake King, who turns around, channels a nice stun, they bolt him as well, now he gets Astraled. It's kind of a decent way for Dignitas
Pipe goes
to
off.
retreat out, but they pop their pipe and they'll go for more. AUI popping the illusion.
Oh, the grip gets...
Did he just use his mirror image to dodge a grip?
I think so. I didn't even think that was possible.
I
Maybe
guess
Kuroki
it was
canceled
going off and then it removed the grip, or maybe Kuroki canceled it. I'm not really sure. That looked very weird, though.
Well, not having grip to fight against is actually pretty good.
Can you even do that?
Snaking?
4-step forward. Now they'll sleep. Is there any sort of follow-up for this? For the time being, it's been a self-astral from Dendy, so...
Black hole here, Puppy. He doesn't have the mana for it. He does have the magic wand, but they will sleep and I don't think you can fight this AI.
Yeah, Navi's trying to... I think Navi just says, okay, we're coming in now. There's your ult. They do stun Puppy up, but there's still no answer for Havos. He runs forward. He kills off one. He wants some more. He wants a taste of Universe. 3 orb shots, and down goes 1. They're all falling. It's just dominoes at this point. You knock over 1.
Oh,
the rest
black
are gonna
hole.
fall. The black hole was
Gets
actually...
canceled by Dendy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
wasn't needed. GG.
No, that's DD. That's not GG yet. Nobody calls
that's
GG
Havos.
just yet.
That was Dendy's way of saying GG. Canceling Puppy's
man.
own black hole.
I mean, this game, it just felt like Apprentice just learns a new trick and shows the master magicians, like, oh, here, I learned something new.
And then the master's like,
It's like, I just built pipe.
cool parlor trick.
Yeah.
Here's magic.
Cool story, bro.
Let me show you magic.
Oh, man.
And Navi has the magic, at least
Yeah.
this game.
They do. a team that say, you know what, we could start the losers of TI2 and go all the way back up because we're creative.
Now they're
we're
going
smart.
on. Now they're going on Fog. They'll get a
Yeah.
few more kills. 18-8. It's just time for well camping at this point. But you gotta say, give it to Navi because this was masterful. The item selection, Funix, fantastic off-lane play. Now
Hobos on the distraction against mid lane.
Yeah.
And then TP's back
so
out.
many next level plays this game.
I mean, if there's one team to beat Alliance, it's Team USA.
Well, Havos continues to pad his stats. He's already first in kills, already first in gold per minute out of all carry players. I think probably all players since he is a carry. And 11-0-7 this game. Give him another 144 last hits. What's his GPM here? 642.
USA, right?
I don't know about the support Zeus. I'm sure there was a plan behind it, but
Well, here's the thing.
doesn't work this
The
game.
support Zeus never flew. Like, you can't go level 1 4 minutes in as a support Zeus. That never works.
Yeah,
Support anything doesn't work. So,
It was Dignitas trying to. I mean, this is, I think, the smart idea against Navi, which is to do something different, do something kind of creative, throw them off their game. But
Right.
Puppy he laughed, he rubbed his hands together, and he said, "This is how you deal with it, guys." So, with that being said, we've got our man Merlini in the house.
Zeus
Merlini,
was picked?
your boy got beaten down.
But not to see him feed like that. Zeus is a great hero, but I don't like him in support role at all. He needs levels badly, and he also needs some sort of synergy. Naga Siren, what synergy was there with their lineup?
You minus armor so you could bolt. For a sight.
I mean, you can channel Unstable Concoction, but there's so many other better ways to combo. For example, Enigma or Darkseer or I don't know, just many other myriad of things. And Dignitas does do this thing where they have like unusual heroes in support roles. I've seen Skywrath in it, which is okay, it's situational, but Zeus I don't think is that good. He needs level 6 ASAP, and he needs actually level 7 ASAP, and he works pretty well in like a Furion Spectre sort of thing, but they didn't have any early game. Zeus is like terrible at zoning out heroes. Furion, I mean, they all just kind of got crushed all
And
around.
I think he's particularly bad against a carry like Lifestealer.
yeah, he's really bad versus
Because
Lifestealer.
Lifestealer just says, you have no lockdown, you have no damage that affects me, I'm just going to right-click
He's
you.
really good versus Weaver and Bounty Hunter, like the
Yeah.
Invis heroes, but he's extremely bad versus.
And so is
versus
Visage.
Lifestealer.
Visage is not good against...
Yeah.
I mean, the birds are okay, I guess, you get some physical damage, but you can't stun the Lifestealer.
So was this just a really poor draft? Because Lifestealer was the first very hero.
Yeah, I think it
selected
was
for
like an
Navi.
extremely poor draft. I wouldn't even call it like a poor draft. It was just like
Suboptimal.
You looked at the lineup and it's like you give him these heroes. Like, what are you going to do versus OD? Like, OD's going to win his lane, and
Yeah, that was the other thing. They had no answer for OD,
Right.
and they had no answer
Yeah,
for
and they just
Lifestealer.
threw Snaking through the wolves. Like, by the way, you're gonna get 10 CS
Yeah.
at 6 minutes.
it was really ugly. And like Furion and Zeus can't really help him early, so they're not going to get any support to secure Alchemist farm. It just seemed like a lackluster strategy.
It was lackluster, but I mean, Navi picked it apart pretty much perfectly.
Right.
Yeah.
Early smoke gank was successful. Dendi won his lane as expected. Funix shut down 2 heroes by himself. Pavost farmed freely and then created a lot of distractions through the mid game. And the item selections were great. That pipe on Puppy, Pipe Rush. What does Zeus and Prophet do against that?
I do think that
They're sad.
I do think that Dignitas needs to run something like slightly unusual to try and beat Navi out, but that it has to have a plan.
And it has to be good against what Navi's doing. It can't just be something that works in certain
Well, yeah,
situations.
I agree. So they need a like Lifestealer just throws a wrench into like a lot of
Yeah.
newer heroes' plans, and I think that they just need to ban him out as well as
I'm
Wisp.
expecting Warlock. coming
Warlock.
back.
I mean, Warlock's pretty good. He's like decent versus Lifestealer. His rock stuns through. HP removal is pretty good. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's
They-
a
they
little
should bring it
more-
back.
Yeah, it's a little more versatile than Zeus, I guess.
Right.
But that's going to wrap up game 1 of this best of 2.
That was a quick one.
Do you guys think that Dignitas can take a game 2?
I think Dignitas plays in many ways the same way that Navi. Remember that team fight where Dendi wasn't able to join that team fight on the bot?
Yeah.
He took the mid tower. That's exactly what Dignitas does.
That's true.
If they can't fight as well, then they'll try to, get something out of the map.
But
Sneak a rogue
Navi's
shot,
just
get a
playing like
tower.
so much better.
They're
than
just
them.
playing on a different level.
It's like
I
you
guess.
said, Apprentice,
Master. Yeah.
If it's like similar draft, like similar playstyle draft, I think Navi will definitely win it just because they're on fire at the moment. But if Dignitas has like a well put together strategy, like I don't know, some wombo combo or something new and novel that actually has some chance of working, then I don't know. I would still put them like heavy underdogs.
They have beaten Navi before. They could do it again, but this was not their A game, and they got to bring their A+ game.
right.
Okay, guys. On that note, we'll take a very quick break.
USA.
America is bleeding. America has been invaded. The Ukrainians are attacking. But don't worry, Dignitas will bounce back. Game 2 is coming up right after this. Stay tuned.